Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss our new chapter, that is the soil. What is the soil? The you know well, there are three parts in our earth. When we discuss structure of the earth, we observe three parts. Central part is known as core. Central part is called core, and it is made up of metals, molten metals. Metals present in the molten stage. Second one, mantle. Second is the mantle, and third part is the earth crust. There are three regions: core, mantle, and earth crust. The uppermost layer of the earth crust is called as soil. Uppermost layer of the earth crust is called as soil, and land cover about 1/5 part of the earth surface. Got it? 3/4 part of the earth is covered with the water. Got it? So the uppermost layer of the earth crust is called as soil. The soil composition depends upon the various factors: where it is present, the place, various factors. Look over here. The thickness of the soil may be different in different places, like a few centimeter to it is 3 to 4 meter in thickness. The soil provide living conditions for different kind of the organisms, plants as well as animals. Many animals live on the land, cultivate plants, and plants need soil. Without soil, the plants can't grow. From the soil, plants absorb the minerals, water, a number of the nutrients. They grow, they provide food to all the animals, and some of the animals live in the soil by making their burrows. And we know well, a number of animals goes into the winter sleep, summer sleep, estivation. Summer sleep is known as estivation. This is known as summer sleep. Winter sleep is known as to gain heat is known as hibernation. Winter sleep, hibernation; summer sleep, estivation. Now look how soil is formed. The formation of soil takes too long time, maybe hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, or millions of years. The soil formation is very slow process, slow and continued process. The formation of soil occurs from the broken down of the large rocks. Soil formation occurs in the broken down of large rocks, and the process of broken down of large rocks is known as weathering. So what is the definition of weathering? The process of formation of the soil by broken down of large rocks into simple soil particles. This process is known as weathering. There are a number of factors involved into the weathering, like temperature, we will discuss it. in detail. Temperature, water, air, temperature, water, air, right? There are a number of organisms also, right? These are some factors which involve into the atmosphere also, you can say. So these are the various factors. Now look one by one. Actually, you know, there is large rocks. You have seen the large rocks on the mountains, and these large rocks, due to heat of the sun, they expand, and during night time they contract. Expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. Ultimately, it causes a physical force which makes the crevices, darare, in the large rocks. Sometimes water will fill over here. Second condition, there is very hot conditions. The rock expand on that time. The water rainfall occur, takes place, and as the water come to the rock particles, they broken down, right? And these, number one, broken down through the water temperature. Now these water droplets, these water can be deposited in the rock particles, and you know well, by cooling, by freezing, water expand. When water expand, these crevices increases, right? In this way, sometimes rainfall, sudden heavy rainfall takes place at the mountain regions, and heavy rainfall, you know, big boulders, बड़े बड़े बोल्डर्स जो होते हैं, बड़ी बड़ी चट्टानें, उनको पानी बहा करके ले जाता है. केदारनाथ 2013 आप लोगों ने सुना होगा. एट दैट टाइम दी बिग बोल्डर्स, बड़ी बड़ी चट्टानें आकर ऐसे ऐसे यूं भागकर निकल गई. एंड दीज when the rock broken down, they produce the small pieces, and small pieces, by the force of the water, they convert into soil particles, silt. Now air, sometimes air become too strong that the rock particles displace from their actual position, and it causes the broken down of the rock particles. There are a number of organisms. Look over here. I want to discuss it in detail. Suppose this is the rock. Look. Imagine this is the rock. Big rock. Right? Now you will say, sir, there will be no water can deposit over here. Yes, you are right. But during rainy season, continuous water droplets, continuous water fall on it, and ultimately continuous water fall on it. यहाँ पर क्या जम जाएंगी? काई, algae will deposit over here. algae यहाँ पर आकर के जम गए, काई जम गई. Rainfall चला गया, rainy season go away. Again in next season, there is dead bodies of the algae remain over here. Now the moisture will remain over here, and in next season the algae again grow over here, again die. The process continuously goes down, and gradually takes place. And now you are able to see there is a layer of the algae, dead bodies of algae deposit over here, that is known as organic matter. Now the water start to deposit over here. Water start to deposit over here, and now the next organism, which is known as lichens, lichens will develop over here, and lichens start to produce a chemical that is known as lichenic acid. Lichenic acid, and due to this lichenic acid, the surface of the rock becomes rough like this. Now surface of the rock becomes rough, and ultimately some water start to deposit over here. As the water deposit over here, mosses start to develop over here, and now mosses, then further other plants, and as the other plants grow over here, these plants, their roots enter into the rocks, penetrate into the rocks, and in this way the plants roots enter into the rocks, and it causes a force to break down the rocks. In this way, the various organisms responsible, not only physical factors, but some of the organisms involved into weathering. So we can say a weathering is a process, physical process, temperature, water, air; chemical process, lichenic acid; biological process, organisms, plants involved. So the weathering is physical, chemical and biological. Weathering may be physical, chemical and biological. Got it?